Welcome to the Hour of Power radio show. I'm Ryan, and here are Mike and Matt, with special guest, Mikey!
Oh, really? Yeah. You've been out in the car, well, that and that, you can keep it. So I've got 2 years.
So you'll forget about them and they'll try to explode.
No, I'll need them within a beer, so.
We got cleanup rags. I mean, we're just all good to go.
It makes me way too well.
We'll start this. Welcome, everybody, to the Hour of Power radio show. We're starting the hour right now. We're taking a shot of beer every minute. What am I doing?
Do you want to do it on this?
Oh.
I don't know what the timer is.
No, it's all right.
All right, fine. Whatever.
We're going to do a shot of beer every minute for the next hour. We're going to be talking about sports. We're going to be talking about hot girls. We're going to be talking about all kinds of good stuff. We got the NFL draft going on. But we're not, please, if you're watching, don't send us any information about that, as we are not watching. There might be updates on Facebook on this. We're watching it tomorrow, so we're trying to do a sports show and stay away from any information having to do with sports today.
So the biggest thing in sports.
The biggest thing in sports, but that's all right. I think we got this done pretty well, and we're going to figure it out. But to start with, as we do every time, let's start off talking about Superman Returns, the Marvel movies coming up. We have
DC.
DC?
Come on, get this.
I think I do that every time.
Every time.
Is DC, Batman, and Superman, right? Okay, so pretty much all the time.
The Avengers stuff is Marvel.
All right. So yeah, so we got both then. Cheers. Because we have the Avengers that just started filming the other day. There was a great video of all the chairs that were out there. And then we also have an unknown, pretty much,
Ante
I
Trua?
think it's just True.
Something like
True. She's going to be the female villain in Superman. Mm-hmm. So what do you think about the Avengers and casting the Superman?
All right, I'll start with Avengers. It's just starting filming, so I mean it's cool because they're starting to film, but at the same time we're still over a year away. So when more stuff gets revealed, like who the big villain's going to be, because right now they're talking about the Hulk's going to be the villain, but we don't know for sure.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then yeah, so until we know more stuff about it, and the other superheroes that are going to be in it, because they're going to have more than just the big four that they've already done movies for or doing movies for right now. So once that stuff comes out, then that'll be fun. As far as this German actress, she's playing Feora, who is actually the basis of Ursa in the first 2 Supermen with Christopher Reeves.
The guy with the chick that came down with Zod.
Right,
it was exactly. The 3 of them. It was Zod, that chick, and then the big dude that didn't say much.
Yeah, like Uguzu or something like that. It was really weird. Anyways, so this should be interesting. Like I told you last time, still kind of pissed that they're doing the whole Zod thing again. Mm-hmm. So my feelings still feel the same on that. I haven't seen anything this girl's been in. So I really have no idea about anything about her. So
okay. The other thing that I read about was going back to the Avengers is that Captain America takes place in the past. It takes place back in World War II. Mm-hmm. And so how do you think they're going to work in him getting up to present day? Do you have any ideas of how you would see that going, what you would like to see? Because they talked about it online. They said that they were going to get him up to present day, but they didn't say how.
Yeah, that one's interesting, because I heard when they had already greenlit basically the sequel to Captain America already, they said that they still had some things in the past that they wanted to do with him. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if it's just going to be kind of a break in the story, and that they'll just kind of go back to in the second movie. But I think that they will just kind of flash forward a little bit, after the movie ends. There'll be a break, but I don't know. It's tough to say. I don't think. So I guess what I'm saying is that I don't think the first movie is going to end in present day.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Well, and it could also be the movies also don't have to go completely in order. I mean, Indiana Jones, if you time-wise, the second one took place before the first one.
I did not know that.
And if you check the dates on him as you're going through, he was in the Temple of Doom before he went into the jungle and found Mary.
Oh. Alrighty.
All right. So.
Do I count? Of course, I'm the one who burps all the time.
All right, so since we are technically a sports talk show, let's get on to some of those things.
Do you have last week's draft?
Yes.
Okay.
We want to start with that, and you want to start with some headlines?
Oh yeah. Okay. We'll start with some headlines and then we'll recap to the draft. So, some stuff that have gone on so far. Obviously, the lockout was lifted yesterday by Judge Susan Richard Nelson. Yeah, whoever named their daughter middle name Richard. What the hell were you thinking? Anyways, she lifted the lockout. However, the Tennessee.
You're fine. Keep going.
However, I believe there's the Titans were still locked out of the facility. There's two armed security guards not letting any players into their team facility.
Armed? Really? Do you think that these football players are going to start breaking down doors just to go in and work out?
Yeah.
Do you think the players aren't armed?
Oh, that's true.
So, anyways, they showed up. They said, "All right, we came. We couldn't do anything." They left. So, yeah. But anyways, all activities minus free agency and trading are supposed to resume tomorrow. So that's what happened with that. I don't really care about the Buckeyes stuff. It's just old hat. Apparently, John Elway is actually a big fan of Tim Tebow and said he said he's the biggest fan of Tim Tebow. He thinks that he still has some stuff to work on, but he does think that he can eventually be a good starting quarterback.
I hope that they keep Kyle Orton around for a while. He's done a good job, and give Tim Tebow maybe enough time as they gave Aaron Rodgers. Let him develop in the system. There's a new coach there. Let Tim Tebow grow in it. Kyle Orton will be just fine. I mean, he could get you to the playoffs if you could put good stuff around him. Let Tim Tebow grow for a while.
You know what I'd do? If they think Tebow's the answer, I'd trade him to Arizona. I bet you could get second or third round pick from Arizona for him.
For Orton or Tebow?
Orton.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
So I think Kyle Orton is a better quarterback than Tim Tebow, and he needs to find a place somewhere. So
I agree.
All right. Ozzie Guillen yesterday got ejected in the first inning, and he sent a tweet within 15 minutes of that. That goes against Major League Baseball's social media policy. Mm-hmm. So the MLB is reviewing that right now. He'll probably end up getting fined for that. Ben Zobrist had 8 RBIs today and a big win for the Rays.
Wow, way to go.
I think they won 15-3, so huge game for him. He had a home run, 3-run homer, a RBI single, and 2 2-run doubles. So nice job, Ben Zobrist. And
speaking of 8 RBIs, there's this new commercial. I don't know if you've seen it because it's been on a lot of the hockey channels. But they're talking about Alexander Ovechkin, the guy from the Capitals, scoring 9 goals in one game. And a hat trick is 3 goals in one game. So they ask him, what are you going to call it? He says, an Ovech trick. Ovech trick is 9 goals in one game, which, obviously has probably never happened. That probably, I'm pretty sure it hasn't.
Yeah.
But if it did, it would be an Ovech trick, and I think that's awesome. So one more RBI, and he could have had an Ovech trick.
Almost.
Yes.
All right. And Auburn delayed their White House visit after storms. So I haven't read anything about that, but that's what the headline says. So big news there. Nobody cares. Cam Newton can still kiss my ass. So speaking of Cam Newton, let's go ahead and go back to the draft. You ready?
Yeah, let's go back to the draft. We've been going back and forth on making draft picks. They're going to be doing that for real starting here in about 20 minutes. Before we start, I didn't mention this. Oopsies. I didn't mention this before, but the email address for the show is hourofpowershow@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook, so you can friend us on that. We get 500 friends, and Ridley will beer bong Jack Daniels. So make sure to tell your friends and get us in there. We have, let's see here. We also have a Twitter account now, Hour of Power Show. I guess it's just at Hour of Power Show. I don't know how that works. We're still learning the Twitter thing. But we're going to be there too. So send us a message if you want to know what you're listening. We're on chat right now. Let's see. We have a few listeners, so let us know if you have any questions, and we're going to get on to what we think is going to happen in the draft. So where we left off was, I don't have a draft order. Can you pull one of those up?
Yeah, I got one right here.
Okay, so where we left off at 15.
We did 16. That was the last pick we did. We did exactly
16.
half.
Is that Ryan Kerrigan?
Yeah. All right. So what we had was we had Marcel Darius going number 1. Then we had Patrick Peterson, Cam Newton, Blaine Gabbert, Von Miller, AJ Green, Nick Fairley, Robert Quinn, JJ Watt, Daquan Bowers, Corey Luggett, and Ryan Kerrigan.
And for those of you counting at home, that was not 16 names, but we had a few issues on keeping track of names as we were going through. That's what happens when you drink.
Yeah.
I do other things other than just
we
write
also
down everything that you guys say.
we had Tyron Smith.
I don't see what else you should be doing.
We had Tyron Smith go off the board. I know that Prince Amakamura is also off the board.
Like, I listen to you guys all the time, and I still know nothing about sports.
And then at number 12, oh yeah, we had I think.
Didn't we have a quarterback?
Yeah, I think we had Andy Dalton off the board at 12.
I remember
early.
Yeah, so
we thought that too, but we didn't take into account trades that we think might happen because.
Okay, so that's the
Vikings are gonna
topic.
go
Are
for it.
they allowed to trade tonight
Yes.
during the draft?
They can trade draft picks,
but they
no players.
So they can trade pass, or they can pass.
Yeah, we're gonna trade.
Can I
past
trade
draft
last
picks.
year's third round pick?
He didn't turn out too well for us. Maybe you'll like him.
yeah,
Can they trade next year, like future picks,
Yeah.
but just not okay.
Yeah.
So they're thinking that this is going to be a very unique draft because normally they have free agency before the draft and they start to fill holes that way. Fill holes. They start to fill holes that way, and then with the draft they kind of supplement in other places. But now teams are going to be filling in their holes with the draft picks. Yeah, I could keep saying that all night long.
And such as.
Sure.
Okay, Matthew, we're up to the New England Patriots. Your pick this time.
My pick. Well, they're going to trade this pick, and I'm going to bet that right now. But
What?
I would say they
Since we're not
trade
doing that,
28.
17.
I'll bet you on that one.
I'll bet you they're going to trade both of them. I bet they're not going to take a player in the first round. They're going to have like 8 picks in the second round, maybe. Because they never use their picks. They just trade.
We'll see what happens.
Unless they're going to, because I think that they're going to go for a running back. Do we have a running back still on the board?
Yeah, Mark Ingram's still on the board.
I think they're not going to go for Mark Ingram. They're going to go for him later. Or they're going to go for running back later on. Because I think the difference between them is not that big. We have Cameron Jordan going on one team. I forgot where I was and all my stuff.
That's a shame.
I know. What can I say? You did so good on yours. I'm going to say we're going to go with... All right. So the Patriots' biggest needs, they're a very young team. They got a lot of talent on all sides of the ball. I mean, they've been doing well for so long. I mean, they just seem to be that they're always kind of on fire. They're always doing well. They've made it to the playoffs. Bill Belichick.
Are you filling airspace right now because you can't find what you're looking for?
Well, it's because my hands are a little dry, and I'm trying to talk about it as well. So anyways, so one of their biggest needs is offensive guard. And so we have an offensive lineman. It's going to be a stretch. He's from Baylor. It's Danny Watkins. It's a stretch for them to go this early, but if they pick in the 17th spot, I think they're going to go with the offensive line. I mean, they don't have problems scoring, but they want to kind of get younger. They want to kind of get some more talent on that offensive line. So I think they're going to go with that. That's pick 17. Pick 18 is the Chargers, and we're going to get back to that in just a second. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And by commercial, if you're watching this live, we're still going to be here, but it's going to take us a minute. We're just going to save it so that we can put this up on YouTube later. So thank you very much. We'll be right back.
Oh.